There was a specific moment, one single moment, when your cat made a decision about you. Not a gradual warming, not a slow accumulation of positive experiences stretched across weeks of cohabitation. A moment, quiet, unremarkable from your side, completely invisible to you as it happened. You were probably doing something ordinary, making coffee, reading, sitting on the floor, moving through your home in the unhurried, unself-conscious way that people move when they believe no one particularly important is watching, but your cat was watching. And in that moment, something shifted. Most cat owners believe that trust with a cat is built slowly, earned incrementally through feeding schedules and play sessions and patient, persistent effort. That belief is not entirely wrong, but it misses something fundamental about how cats actually process safety. Because for a cat, trust is not primarily a conclusion reached after enough positive experiences accumulate. It is a recognition, a moment of reading, precise, instinctive, and often instantaneous, in which a cat assesses a person and arrives at a verdict that will quietly shape everything that follows. You pass that assessment. You may not know when, you almost certainly don't know how, but your cat made a decision about you, and the life you share with them today is built entirely on the foundation of that one unnoticed moment. This video is about what that moment looked like, what your cat was actually reading in you when it happened. This is the part that surprises most people. When we think about earning a cat's trust, we tend to think in terms of positive action, offering treats, speaking gently, extending a hand, being patient and warm and inviting. All of those things matter, but none of them are what a cat reads first. What a cat reads first is stillness. In the feline threat assessment system, shaped by millions of years of evolution as both predator and prey, the most fundamental question any cat asks about any new presence is not, "Is this being kind to me?" It is this being unpredictable? Unpredictability is the core of danger in the animal world. A predator does not announce itself. It moves suddenly, reaches quickly, changes direction without warning, and a cat's entire nervous system is calibrated to detect exactly that quality in everything around them. When your cat first assessed you, they were not primarily evaluating your intentions. They were evaluating your movement patterns, your energy, the quality of your stillness, whether you reached suddenly or moved slowly, whether your presence in a room raised the ambient tension or settled it, whether being near you made the air feel safe or charged. Feline behavioral researchers, including Dr. Marvin Zuckerman, have noted in studies of cat stress responses that cats habituate most quickly and most completely to humans who display what researchers describe as low arousal behavioral profiles. People who move unhurriedly, speak at moderate volume, and do not make sudden or unpredictable physical gestures. These individuals are not necessarily the most affectionate or the most attentive. They are simply the most legible, the most predictable, the most safe feeling in the specific way that a cat's nervous system defines safe. The practical takeaway is one of the most counterintuitive pieces of advice in cat behavior. If you want a cat to trust you, do less. Move less urgently. Reach less quickly. Fill the space with less energy rather than more warmth. Let your stillness speak before your affection does, because your cat's nervous system will read your body before it registers your intentions. And stillness, in the language cats were born speaking, is the first word for safety. Every cat owner who has ever earned the deep trust of a previously cautious cat can usually identify, in retrospect, a single moment when something changed. A moment when the cat who had been watching from a distance got up and came closer. When the cat who had been sleeping at the foot of the bed moved to sleep beside them. When something shifted from tolerance to genuine chosen closeness. That moment almost always traces back to one specific thing the owner did. And in the overwhelming majority of cases, that thing was not grand or deliberate or even conscious. It was something small, something accidental, something done without any awareness that it was being observed and evaluated. It might have been the way you sat on the floor one afternoon, not to interact with the cat, just to sit, getting low, making yourself physically smaller, removing the height differential that to a cat reads as dominance and potential threat. It might have been a slow blink you offered without thinking, closing your eyes briefly in the cat's direction in a moment of relaxed inattention. It might have been the way you ignored the cat deliberately one day, not coldly, but respectfully, allowing them space and autonomy without reaching or calling or pursuing. Animal behaviorist Dr. John Bradshaw, in his extensive research on domestic cat social behavior, has documented that cats make primary trust assessments based on what he describes as non-solicitation moments. Moments when a human is present but making no demands, exerting no social pressure, simply existing in a way that the cat can observe without feeling evaluated or pursued. These moments, utterly ordinary from the human side, register as profoundly significant from the cat's side because they communicate something essential. This person does not need anything from me right now. This person is safe to be near. That was the moment. Somewhere in the ordinary texture of your shared life, you had one of those moments, probably many of them, and your cat was paying attention in ways you were completely unaware of. The verdict they arrived at in those moments is the foundation of everything they feel about you now.